Doctors are seeing more signs of liver stress than ever before, not just in people who drink alcohol heavily, but in everyday people who think they are relatively healthy. And the concerning part is this: your liver can struggle for years, quietly, without obvious symptoms, but your body may already be showing warning signs. Signs most people completely overlook. And later in this video, I'm going to show you one signal that many people dismiss as harmless, even though it can be an early sign your liver is under serious pressure. Now, if you are watching this, you are not alone. I see this situation all the time. People come in worried about fatigue, stubborn belly fat, strange skin changes, or digestive issues. They often think the problem is stress, aging, or simply getting older. But when we take a closer look, sometimes the real issue is something happening deeper inside the body: the liver. And here's the thing most people don't realize. Your liver is one of the hardest working organs you have. Every minute of the day, it's filtering toxins from your blood, processing medications, regulating hormones, balancing blood sugar, and helping your body break down fats. It's like the body's central chemical processing plant. But when the liver becomes overloaded with fat, toxins, and metabolic stress, it can start to slow down. Some people describe this as a clogged liver. Now, medically speaking, we often see this as fatty liver disease or liver congestion, and it's becoming extremely common. The surprising part is that many people don't feel obvious pain where the liver is located. Instead, the body sends subtle signals that are easy to ignore. So let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body. Think of your liver like a large filtration system. Every drop of blood from your digestive system passes through it. Imagine a high-performance air filter in a house. When the filter is clean, air flows smoothly. But over time, dust and debris begin to build up. Eventually, the filter becomes clogged. Air can still move through, but not nearly as efficiently. Something very similar can happen inside your liver. When excess sugar, processed foods, alcohol, toxins, and metabolic stress build up over time, fat begins to accumulate inside liver cells. Those liver cells start to swell. Inflammation may begin, and the liver becomes less efficient at doing its job. Your body then starts to show small warning signals that something deeper may be happening. And the first sign many people experience is persistent fatigue. Not just normal tiredness after a long day. This is a type of fatigue where you wake up feeling drained. You sleep, but you still feel tired. Here's why that can happen. Your liver plays a major role in energy metabolism. It helps regulate blood sugar levels and stores glucose as glycogen for later use. But when the liver is stressed or overloaded with fat, that system becomes less efficient. Blood sugar can fluctuate more dramatically. Energy production becomes less stable. And the result is that constant feeling of low energy. Your body feels like it's running on half power. But here's where things get interesting. Another very common signal appears in a place most people don't associate with the liver at all: your abdomen. Sign number 2 is stubborn belly fat that won't go away. Now, not all belly fat is related to the liver, but there is a strong connection between fatty liver and abdominal fat. When excess sugar and refined carbohydrates enter the body, the liver converts much of that excess energy into fat. Some of that fat stays inside the liver, and some of it gets distributed around the abdomen. Over time, this creates a metabolic cycle. More belly fat contributes to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance signals the liver to store even more fat. And the cycle continues. So when someone says, "I've tried everything but this belly fat won't budge," sometimes the liver is quietly involved. Now here's a sign that often surprises people. Sign number 3 is itchy skin. At first glance, itchy skin doesn't seem like it would have anything to do with the liver. But the liver plays an important role in processing bile. Bile is a digestive fluid that helps break down fats. When bile flow becomes sluggish or disrupted, certain compounds called bile salts can accumulate in the bloodstream. Those bile salts can irritate nerve endings in the skin, and that irritation can cause persistent itching. Sometimes people notice it most on their arms, legs, or palms, and it can occur even without a visible rash. But the next sign is one that doctors pay very close attention to. Sign number 4 is yellowing of the skin or eyes. This condition is called jaundice. It happens when a substance called bilirubin builds up in the blood. Normally, your liver processes bilirubin and helps remove it from the body. But when liver function becomes impaired, bilirubin can accumulate. The skin and the whites of the eyes may begin to take on a yellow tint. Now, this sign is less common in early liver stress, but when it appears, it's an important signal that should never be ignored. And here's another subtle sign that many people overlook. Sign number 5 is dark urine or unusually pale stools. Your liver helps process bile and eliminate waste products through the digestive system. When bile flow becomes disrupted, the color of urine and stool can change. Urine may become darker than usual, and stools may appear lighter or clay-colored. These changes can be small, but they provide clues about how well the liver and bile system are functioning. But the sixth sign might be the most overlooked of all: easy bruising. If you find yourself bruising more easily than before, your liver could be involved. The liver produces several proteins that help your blood clot properly. When liver function is impaired, production of those clotting factors can decrease. The result is that small bumps or minor pressure may lead to bruising more easily. Now, hearing these signs can sound concerning, but here's the encouraging part. The liver has an extraordinary ability to repair itself. In fact, it's one of the most resilient organs in the body. When you remove the stressors and support the liver with the right habits, it often begins to recover. And that brings us to something very important: what you can start doing today to support your liver naturally. The first strategy is to reduce excess sugar and refined carbohydrates. One of the biggest drivers of fatty liver is excess sugar, especially fructose and high fructose corn syrup found in sweetened beverages, processed snacks, and desserts. When large amounts of sugar enter the body, the liver converts much of that excess into fat. Over time, that fat accumulates in liver cells. Reducing sugary drinks and ultra-processed foods can dramatically reduce the burden on the liver. The second strategy is increasing fiber-rich whole foods. Fiber helps stabilize blood sugar and improve metabolic health. Foods like vegetables, beans, lentils, oats, and whole grains help support digestion and reduce fat accumulation in the liver. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage are especially helpful because they contain compounds that support the liver's natural detoxification pathways. And here's something many people find surprising: coffee. Multiple studies have shown that moderate coffee consumption is associated with lower risk of liver fibrosis and liver disease. Researchers believe certain antioxidants in coffee may help protect liver cells from inflammation. Now, that doesn't mean loading coffee with sugar and flavored syrups, but plain coffee in moderate amounts may actually support liver health. The fourth strategy is physical activity. Exercise improves insulin sensitivity. And when insulin sensitivity improves, the liver stores less fat. Even moderate activity like brisk walking for 30 minutes a day can make a meaningful difference over time. And finally, giving your body time between meals can help. Constant snacking keeps insulin elevated. Allowing longer gaps between meals gives your metabolism time to reset and helps the body use stored energy more efficiently. Your liver is constantly working to keep your body balanced, filtering toxins, processing nutrients, supporting your metabolism every single day. But when the modern lifestyle places too much pressure on that system, the liver can begin to struggle quietly. The important thing to remember is this: your body is always sending signals: fatigue, skin changes, digestive clues, metabolic changes. They are messages, not random events. And when you learn how to recognize those signals early, you have the power to change the trajectory of your health. Because supporting your liver isn't about extreme detox programs or miracle supplements. It's about consistent habits: the foods you eat, the movement you choose, the metabolic stress you reduce. Your liver works for you every second of the day. And when you take care of it, it has an incredible ability to take care of you. And there you have it. Remember, knowledge is power, and you have the power to make informed choices for your health. Thank you for watching.